Deborah Pagani Beauty is a luxury hair care brand born from the visionary artistry of Deborah Pagani, a celebrated hairstylist and designer with decades of experience in the beauty industry. Trained under icons like John Sahag and Oribe, and having worked with legendary names including Prince and Cyndi Lauper, Deborah brings unparalleled expertise and a passion for high-end aesthetics. After years of refinement, she launched Deborah Pagani Beauty to fill a gap in the market for products that combine indulgent luxury with uncompromised performance. Each formula is crafted with clean, effective ingredients and a signature fragrance embodying elegance, quality, and the transformative power of true luxury. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Live the Glamour Chats. I am here today with Deborah Pagani, and we are going to talk a little bit about your life in the business industry and how you got started. I want to start there with how you got started and your path.
Well, I kind of like fell into beauty by mistake. I wanted to go to fashion school, but didn't really happen. And I wanted to move out at 18. And I said to myself, what can I do to get to New York City that I could do something in the creative world, make money? And back then, my stepmother's sister was a hairdresser on Fifth Avenue, and she dressed really amazing. And I looked up to her and I was like, okay, well, and I asked her, I was like, what are the best salons to go to?
Mm.
And she was like, you got to go to John Sahag. So I started as an assistant there, and I was very lucky. That was a very, very cool
That,
experience.
yeah, that's amazing. I mean, that's such a good starting place. I feel like
Yeah.
that's just incredible in itself. How did that feel like did you work with him directly and how was that? What was that experience like?
Well, I walked in there and I had black and blue hair, and I was wearing like these black jeans with these huge cuffs. They didn't even interview me, and huge platforms.
Mm,
They didn't even really interview me. They just hired me immediately by like how
because of
crazy I looked.
your style, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I got the job immediately. He was looking at me very oddly. I was like, okay, he's definitely not hiring me. And then I was hired. I didn't work with him directly very much because I did decide to go into color and not
Mm,
styling. But he was such an amazing mentor. He was like the Mick Jagger of the hair world back then.
mm.
So cool. Like you just, if you were thinking about a cool hairdresser, he was it.
Oh, wow. I mean, I can't even imagine. I feel like it must have been such a good experience to be around that and probably very inspiring too, because now you're put in a place where there's probably other people, I'm assuming other people around you that just kind of make you want to go for things and make you want to strive to be a better person. Would you say, I know you just said you did more color than
Yes.
styling. What made you make that choice from away from the styling and into color?
Because I found out that hair colorists make more money than
Wait,
the
I love
stylist.
it. I love
That's
this.
all it was.
I love that. I think that is so amazing and a little bit strategic in itself. It shows why you're so successful today. When you made that move into color, how long would you say you did that before you decided to become a founder of a brand?
Oh, I did that for 14 years. I mean,
Hmm.
I did that straight out of high school. So I was 18
Wow.
years old,
Wow.
navigating in New York City,
Hmm.
living by myself, working 6 days a week. I mean, I didn't even have a vacation. The
Wow.
working conditions have drastically changed
From when?
from back then, the
Yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s. Working 6 days a week, and
Oh my God. I I feel like no one even knows that now in the
I know it's
industry.
crazy,
It's
right?
crazy. Yeah, like it's not that sounds like a lot. And I feel like especially in your specific any industry really, but you have to put that kind of time in. I think to grow and to build your business and clientele and to a name for yourself as well, by
Yeah.
putting that effort in.
Yeah, it's a service industry. There's no
Right.
sick days.
No.
You don't get a paid vacation. You don't come to work. Somebody else will do your client.
Mm, that's
And
That's
yeah.
big. Yeah. I mean, and you don't want to lose that. I think you probably had that sounds like you had a very good understanding of that, of knowing, how
to build, you were building a business essentially those 14 years without even realizing it because people got to know you, your reputation, and who you were. When you decided to make this move into becoming a founder of a company, of your namesake company, how did you start that
Like
endeavor?
I always say, I think that when you leave one industry or you want to start another business, you really need to have like a healthy dose of delusion and passion.
It's good.
I think what happened was I had went into a career without any formal education. I was successful then in that. And I thought that everything I did was going to be just as successful. Like I would never really worry about, like I need more clients when I was doing hair.
Mm,
Each year just got my account would be like, oh, did you realize you made more money this year? And I was like, wow, I never really paid attention to it. And
yeah.
I thought, oh, wow, everything I do, it's going to be like this. Whatever I touch is going to turn to gold. And I wanted to get into jewelry. I started making jewelry as a hobby,
Mm,
and my clients were purchasing it. We're talking about like 2006 now,
okay.
when the jewelry industry was very different, also. I mean,
Very
it
different.
wasn't a consignment model, and I feel like now it's very strange, but like every week, somebody's designing jewelry. It's like crazy.
I
It's
see that.
crazy.
I see that, and I'm like, I think it's great for some, but it doesn't. It seems like everybody is has a jewelry line. Like
I
every.
know. And it's a lot of it, and it just seems like it looks like somebody else's
Yes,
design. It's very
that's what
odd.
I tend to think too. I'm like, wait, did someone just take this and put their name on it versus actually creating a new product? But so you did you were selling the jewelry to clients while
Yeah.
you were still there. And then when you started your brand, I mean, did you move away from that and go into more just like the hair care and that type of product or?
So what happened was I was designing jewelry on my day off. I would
Mm.
head down to 47th Street. I would figure out how to make wax models.
Oh,
I
wow.
went to the casters. I was buying my own diamonds and gemstones. It was really fun for me. I was
Yeah.
very, very passionate about it. And my clients were purchasing
Mm.
pieces. So when I became pregnant with my daughter, it was 2008, and there was the Brazilian straight perm came out then.
Hmm.
It was
Hmm.
filled with formaldehyde.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about clean beauty then. There was no such thing.
None.
And I said, this is not, there's no way that this is going to be safe for an unborn child, like
Mm.
breathing that day in, day out.
Having to do
So
it to people when you had to do that. Okay. Wow.
exactly. Even if I wasn't doing the straight perms, but I was standing next to somebody who
Around
was
it.
doing it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And so I just decided, I was like, listen, maybe I spoke to my husband. I was like, I think I'm just going to leave and start this. And, he's always been so supportive, and he's like, all right,
Yeah.
give it a whirl. And it's definitely a different industry.
Mm.
In the beginning, it was much easier. Like I mentioned, it wasn't the consignment model. I was pregnant going to the trade shows, the
Mm.
Vegas trade show. It was very, very grueling.
Yeah.
I was selling at Barney's. It was such a good run.
Yeah.
And
And
then
that's a big one.
when that closed, everything really changed. Every single designer was running to Bergdorf Goodman. Like literally, it was like I felt like like everybody was just piling up in there, fighting for space. And the buyers, I felt like the jewelry buyer just didn't had just gotten there too. And it was the buyer of Barney's,
Oh, oh
the
wow.
same buyer.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know what's happening now with that, but it was not a good, it just
No.
wasn't good for me. They wanted to change the pieces constantly. There was no buy-in anymore. At least in Barney's, it was a partial consignment, and they would buy into something, and you would do the catalog, and they would buy those pieces to help
Mm.
support. There was a lot that they really curated, and they were much they really worked with small designers to help build the business, and nobody else did it that way.
Mm.
And I just decided to pull out, move to D2C, and
Mm,
I was always asked to do lower price pointed pieces, and I
mm.
really, it wasn't my thing. I didn't like brass jewelry, nothing vermeil. It was either, and even small, like delicate pieces weren't my thing. I wasn't very good at it.
Yeah.
So I was wearing a hairpin though, and never found a luxurious one. I was wearing a cheap one that was bendable that would fade really quickly, or I would use bobby pins. And I was like, there's got to be another cooler, chicer way to wrap your hair up. And I always wear my hair back constantly, especially New York City. Forget it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in the
Running around,
subway,
a
in a
mess.
taxi, it's raining out, you want to keep
Mm,
your blowout fresh. I would always wrap it in a bun.
right.
And then yeah, the hairpin was born. I
So
wanted made it in.
that was it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started that in 2017, started developing it. I used different metals. I wanted to make it unbendable.
Oh.
I used a very, very strong IP plating that could match 18 karat gold, whether it was silver or it was gold perfectly. And then we branched off with great collabs, and I really kind of made those into jewelry. We have a lot of different versions, and
And
and those
would you say it's like a hero product right now? Like the still the one that everyone talks about and wants?
Yes. Yes. The only thing is that you have to have long hair to
Mm,
use a hairpin.
right,
You have to be
right.
able to put your hair in
Right.
a bun.
That makes sense. Yeah. So did that help you then branch out from having this one piece that everybody was probably shopping for and looking at? Is that when you made your move into more pieces and more styles from there?
Yes.
Yeah. And I know that's a popular one, but what would you say? Let's talk a little bit more about some of the other pieces and other designs that you have in your collection now.
I did the serpent hairpin, and it
Mm,
comes with a headband, and it comes with hair clips. And then we did the bow collection, which was inspired by Marie Antoinette, with
mm,
the headband and the clip and I really want to make hair accessories, but have them very wearable, like nothing too costumey. I want it to be very, like you can wear it in the day, you can wear it at night.
mm.
You don't have to worry about what jewelry you're wearing. You just
Yeah.
pick your piece, match your metal, and you're done. It's an effortless, seamless way to style your hair.
I like that. I think like for me, I love wearing hair. I especially for nighttime, like I'll tend to put different clips in and stuff. But I struggle a little bit because I'll do it and then I'm like, does this look too youthful? Does this look too, doesn't go with my whole look? Or like you said, what jewelry am I wearing and does it clash? So the fact that someone is putting that effort, you're putting an effort into thinking about that, and making it a little bit more elevated and luxurious, I think is so nice to have a brand that's doing something like that. What makes you want to stay in that like luxury side of hairstyling or pieces?
Oh God, you have to understand, like I have always been obsessed with luxury. Like I was just telling somebody this the other day. I come from a small suburb in New Jersey. My mother was never like obsessed with luxury.
Mm,
She worked at in the makeup and fragrance counter of Bloomingdale's and the department stores when I was a kid. But there was something I was always really obsessed with it. Like when I was in high school, I was working in a bakery, my entire paycheck went to go buy the new Angel perfume. Like
oh,
it had to be, I had to have that, like the most beautiful bottle with, it was
mm,
just so special to me. I love that. I think luxury doesn't necessarily mean you have to have everything. I think it's about those special moments that really create excitement. They give you that dopamine hit. You pick up that bottle, you love the way you smell, you see it on your vanity next to your other perfumes. It's like it's a whole experience. And I feel like that's part of my DNA.
yeah, I can tell. I mean, just by seeing your whole look, I feel like it is. You have every little detail in place perfectly. I'm looking at your necklace.
Oh, thank
I'm like,
you.
I love your necklace. I love your earrings. And I saw your pink earring really quickly, and I'm like, it's funny how you can instantly tell someone that just has the eye. You just know. It's
Well, thank you so much. That's a compliment because when we talk about, inspiring women or our muses, it's
Mm,
like it's so I always talk about how when people ask me like who's the muse
right.
that you're inspired by, I'm always like, no, it's like I'm all about the contradiction. Like it's never one woman. It'll be like a mix of like let's say Jackie O mixed
Mm,
with Kate Moss. It's
yes.
that
Yes.
push and pull.
Yeah. Which take the second you were saying that took me right back to like the first day you said walking into the salon and having, the blue and black hair. And I feel like that is you can tell how that's kind of been in your your DNA through the years is that push and pull and that difference. I instantly when you were saying that that's what got drew me. I said, "Oh, that makes sense. That was in your, 18 walking into a salon and look dressed like that and they instantly hired you." I feel like people sense that and they know that you have that within you. How would you say just to go to back to the products a little bit performance wise your products are? I know that's a big importance to you is making sure that they not only look good but perform well for people.
So, as you know, I've used every product
Yes.
working in the hair industry. I've also been gifted a ton of things because I was using the hairpin. So, hair companies would always send me product to
Mm,
be able to use. And I think there are tons of hair companies that have great products, but I felt like there was never a full experience
hmm.
and really making a luxurious experience in hair care with the performance, with the ingredients, having it clean, having it smell different from everything else that's on the market, but having it also perform. And I have really fine hair. I have not used a heat protector that doesn't weigh my hair down.
I know.
It's okay.
I struggle with it because I have fine hair too, and I that's one of the hardest things because you want to heat it, you want to curl it, you want to do different things to it, but that always instantly it looks,
Yeah.
heavy.
You use a little too much
Mm,
and you feel like your hair needs to be shampooed again.
yes, exactly.
Or you don't put enough heat to kind of like burn the
Hmm.
product off.
Yeah.
It's gonna have that like pieceiness. And I really don't like that. Like, I don't want any more pieceiness in my hair. I
Mm.
love my hair to look like hair, not,
I
you know,
know.
you know,
Yes.
when hair gets
Yes, I
piecey,
know
I don't like the way
exactly.
that
I
looks.
struggle with that all the times. I don't like that. And the only time I feel like you or for me to get away from that is you get a blowout, you go to the salon, they do it and that it doesn't and the second I do it I'm like looks so choppy on the ends even after a haircut
Yeah.
and PC. So I think I like that. I think it's funny because you carry over this luxury side and putting that into products and thinking about the ingredients. And then I want to talk about the fragrance because it's your signature fragrance that's in your product. So I feel like when people use them, they're going to know that it's your brand because of that. How did you come up with that fragrance?
Okay. So I worked with the nose.
Mm,
Jerome Epinette, and he's at Robertet.
mm,
I met with the brand coordinator, Pierre Wolf, and he really walked me through this. I kind of had to like sell him to work with me. They're working with Selena Gomez, Byredo,
oh,
all
wow.
the huge brands. And then I come in there with absolutely zero beauty background. And I'm like, listen, this is what I want to do. And they were like, hair care is not doing so great. And,
Mm,
this, and this. I'm like, yeah, but I want to do something different. I want it completely different. What I'm thinking in my head, I showed them a mood board. I was like, this is what I want to do. And I need the scent to back it up. I don't want to use a stock scent.
mm,
Nothing could be stock. No stock bottle, no stock formula, and no stock scent.
amazing.
I wanted it to be gourmand
Mm,
because usually um hair products are fresh
mm,
or they're floral,
mhm.
and I wanted to be completely different.
Yeah, so that's how you develop this. I mean, it's like you almost developed your own perfume scent essentially.
I took a lot of, I feel like scent is so nostalgic also. I wanted to be sexy and cozy at the same time.
Mm,
So for me, that pulled a lot of scent from my childhood.
mm,
My grandmother was Cuban and she would always be making desserts. And I love that smell of like a flan with cinnamon or dulce de leche
mm,
cooking. that was really like that resonated with me. So it
Oh,
has condensed milk, pistachio, ambroxan, Madagascar vanilla, jasmine petals.
what a
Yeah,
combination.
saffron, yes.
Yes. That's I paying attention to the details is so important to me. And I think it's really what makes a brand. And it sounds like you've done that with every part of it. Having worked in the industry, do you think that that helped you create the product because you knew hair types, you knew, I think clients very well. Did that help you develop the product line by having that knowledge?
Yes. I didn't want to start off with so many products.
Mm,
I didn't want to start off with a shampoo conditioner. I felt like there was not a type of hybrid bespoke formula that was a leave-in conditioner, but also a serum. I
mm,
wanted it to have skincare qualities to it and the ingredients. So the nectar has a proprietary blend with squalene, hyaluronic, and guava seed, and that mix really leaves you with like a weightless hydration where you do not have any film on your hair whatsoever. You can use it wet. You could use it as a finisher. You can use it the next day. Like if you did your hair and
mhm,
you have baby fine hair, you want to take a little bit and use it and just,
mm. Yeah.
tame those little flyaways. You're not going to have it plastered against your head. Like you can't go and use a hair oil.
No, not at all. It
You can.
wouldn't
So
work.
this is a mix. I always tell people like this is kind of going to replace the
Mm,
leave-in conditioner, your serum, and your oil. And it has a slight hold to it also. So like yesterday
mm.
I had my hair wavy and I worked out and I still have
Yeah, a little
a little
bend.
bit of a wave. So it has like a little bit of a small hold to it.
I love that you included it as like sounding like a beauty product, a skincare product, because you don't hear that a lot in hair care. And
No.
that makes so much sense for your scalp and for your hair and for where it's coming. I mean, to me, it just connected all the dots because you're taking something like squalane and putting it into hair care. And now all of a sudden you have this like elevated product beyond just like a typical hair care item. Do you feel like or I should say, what would you say your beauty philosophy is by creating these products? Mm,
I want to say the philosophy is really effortless,
hmm
but glamour. I have the 90s and the early 2000s stamped in my DNA.
mm,
So there is like a little bit of luxe and grit mixed together. Again, that contradiction. I feel like everything needs to be effortless, not not too overdone, very intentional. I don't want to make products just to put them out there. I need them to be able to really resonate with people, if that
mm.
makes sense.
Yeah, no, that does. I also want to tap a little bit into your ritual. Do you have a beauty ritual that you do daily or frequently?
So you mean with exercise or with
Yeah,
makeup?
just what you do for yourself. I think for me, that plays a big role into as a founder, it tells a lot by what you do, whether it's a small little routine. Some people say they wake up early and they drink water and they take a walk, but then other people have like an extensive routine in their day. What would you say yours is?
I really wish I had more time. Honestly, I'm not a morning person and I do have three kids. And there's always something like yesterday, they just brought home a cat,
Oh my
newborn
God.
cat that they found on the street. So guess who's taking care of this
Of course.
newborn that needs to be fed with a bottle every 2 hours? So the, there's always something crazy happening in this house. I have
Yeah.
to say, I don't know what is going on, but it's always something. So
Yeah.
I do wish I had more time, but
Mm.
my coffee is super important. I use mold-free beans. I grind them up in the morning.
Yes.
No more of those pods.
Mm-mm.
I read so much about them and
And the mold is so bad. I know. It's like hard to find any coffee that doesn't have mold.
right. Well, now there's like brands popping up,
Yeah.
mold-free. So
Yeah.
I do that. I use my own almond milk. I put
Mm.
colostrum in it, monk fruit, a
Oh,
little bit of creamer with my Ceylon cinnamon. I'm not a person that like runs to go get a coffee. I
Mm.
love to make it myself. I like having all those good ingredients in
And
it.
you know what's in it. So I feel like that is so important. Sounds like a important thing like that you pay attention to. I mean, I could tell just tell by looking at you. You're so well put together.
Oh, thank you.
And I think that that matters. And that to me, that is a beauty ritual. I think that's a ritual in itself is that you're taking that time to make that coffee and put it together and put the ingredients in it that you know, love, which is nice. I mean, we are all running out to so fast to just get this, you know, I need to get this coffee or I need to get this tea or whatever, and not really putting the time in. And that's what matters in your day is that, you know, putting the time in for yourself to give yourself something that you love. Would you say you have any style icons that you?
Again, I always will. I guess it, it changes, but I love a mix of like a Jackie O and
Yeah.
a Kate Moss or a Carolyn Bessette Kennedy mixed
Mm.
with a little Sienna Miller.
Mm.
Like I would never see myself in a shift dress like Jackie
Right.
would wear, but I'll take one of her Chanel jackets.
Yes.
I'll take one of her Chanel jackets and mix it with something else. I
Yeah, I like
love the classic. I love a little bit of masculine and girliness. I love
that.
that push and pull between um, classic and provocative.
Mm, mm. I like that. I like your necklace is standing out to me so much, and I feel like the necklace with your top ha says that.
Well,
Says-
yeah, this is
I love it.
the honey drip siren,
Mm.
and then yeah, I'm wearing just
You
like
know, like it right there, just in itself, like combines those two. I feel like it has that feeling. The top with the necklace, it all just gives you that
thank
mix.
you.
I love this conversation. I feel like I like hearing what founders are doing and creating besides outside of just their product and their brand. Where can everyone find you, social media and the products, if there's any, and website?
Social media, Instagram at Deborah Pagani, and then Deborah Pagani Beauty, TikTok also, Deborah Pagani Beauty TikTok, and my website, Deborah Pagani.
Perfect. I'll have that all in the description too for everyone to find you and follow and check out the brand. I have one last question. The name of the show is Live the Glamour. And how would you say you live the glamour in your life?
Yes, I feel like sleep is the number
That's a
one.
good one.
There is no way that you can feel glamorous and put together exhausted.
Mm,
And as we get older, the sleep is becoming more and more
mhm,
important.
mm.
That's got to be my first step. And then it's hydration. I feel like exercise helps me tremendously clear my mind, give
Mm.
me clarity so that I can make better decisions. And when you're feeling like that, everything else is just a cherry to the sundae. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's having your hair looking good. Hair is super important.
Mhm.
Having that perfect bronzer and the lip liner that you love and the perfume that makes you just feel ultra feminine.
Mm. That's
I
perfect.
also think it's those perfect pair of jeans, you know?
Mm. Yes. Yes. I
You don't
know
have to worry
so
about so
well.
much. You just know that, oh, I'm putting those on. I don't have to think much else.
Yeah, yeah. That's totally living the glamour. It's couldn't have been a perfect answer. It's right up my alley. So,
Yeah, I love to live the glamour.
yeah, I
Like
can,
I feel so much better living the
I
glamour
know, I
because
feel like you do it very effortlessly, which says
you should
perfectly.
see sometimes. You should see me sometimes, like when the kids have multiple games or on two
Oh,
different teams, and where my husband and I are bouncing back and forth, and I'm like, somebody's sick or the dog is
oh,
sick, and we're running here, and all of a sudden the AC went out, and I like catch a glimpse of myself. I'm like,
no,
wow.
no, I don't believe it.
Oh, trust me. Trust me.
Oh,
Yeah, I look a little crazy.
oh,
I've caught myself. It looks.
that's funny. But that makes everyone feel better because you look gorgeous. So I feel like to know that real life does exist is good too. So
Oh, yeah.
thank you so much. This has been wonderful getting some insight into you and your brand and all the amazing things that you're working on. So,
Oh, thank you so much for having
yeah,
me. I
yeah.
love talking about glamour.
Me too. This was such a fun
You're the best.
conversation.
And actually, your title of your show is amazing, The
Oh,
Glamour Chats.
thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It was always something I thought of, and making it come to life has been fun. So, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Okay,
Have a good
amazing.
one. Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.